Thank you, Senator. Senator Hawley, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thanks to you both for being here. Thank you for your service to our country. General Van Herk, let me start with you, and let me say it's great to see a fellow Missourian here, as always. I noticed something you said in your opening statement. I want to quote it to make sure I get it correct. You said, I think, that America's reliance on deterrence by cost imposition is currently overweighted and significantly increases the risk of miscalculation by limiting our national leaders' options following an attack. That caught my attention because I have been arguing for a while now about the importance of adopting a strategy of denial, deterrence by denial, versus deterrence by cost imposition, especially as it relates to China. So I wonder if you could just expand on your comments a little bit and tell us why you think it's important to end an over-reliance on deterrence by cost imposition.
Thanks, Senator. First, I would say cost imposition. The nuclear deterrent is the foundation of Homeland Defense, and we must fully fund a triad. That is the foundation. We also must have a strong conventional force, but that has to also be balanced with deterrence by denial. And deterrence by denial is the capability to deny a potential adversary the ability to believe they can inflict damage on us that may bring us to our knees. And it's the ability to demonstrate readiness, resiliency across the whole of government, responsiveness. We do this every day with hurricanes, wildfires. We've demonstrated it with Allies Welcome. All of those contribute to the overarching integrated deterrence. That's where my campaign plan is focused. I don't want to start with defense kinetically in the homeland. I want to keep us out of a crisis and conflict by focusing on that deterrence by denial on a day-to-day basis.
Let me ask you this: when you say that one of the dangers of over-relying on deterrence by cost imposition is that it increases the risk of miscalculation and limits options, can you just explain that piece of it?
Absolutely. So without the deterrence by denial and the belief in a potential adversary's mind that they can't be successful, they may actually believe that because the homeland is vulnerable and they could bring us to our knees, that may be the emboldening factor that leads them to make a decision to attack, whether that be in Taiwan or another place, because they believe that they can disrupt, delay, or destroy our will in the homeland. We want to create them to believe and understand that we have the capability that they could never do that to us by defending the key critical infrastructure and having the resiliency and readiness to respond.
Very good. Thank you for that. Let me shift to the situation involving the drug supply at the southern border, and particularly fentanyl, which is in our state absolutely devastating, and we're seeing mass quantities of it. Can you just give us an update on Northcom's efforts to help DHS stem the flow of illegal drugs, and particularly fentanyl there at the southern border?
Senator, currently Northcom's providing about 2,450 guardsmen from various states in a Title X status, doing detection and monitoring, intel analysis, and also aviation support. The request for support for FY23 is in the department as well, and being adjudicated at the department level. I don't have a tasking yet for 23.
Let me ask you about the Mexican government. Have they been helping with this, with the flow of drugs, the human trafficking? Has it gotten better or worse than the last year?
Hey, the Mexicans are extremely good partners. I have great relationships with General Sandoval of Sedena, with Admiral Ojeda of Samar. Both are coming to visit me next month. They have tens of thousands of Mexican troops conducting the mission to support what we need with the common objectives, and we're very grateful for their partnership.
What are you looking for them to do in the year ahead?
Continue to partner, provide additional security. Samar has port security now. For fentanyl, that's crucial because those precursors often come into ports. Would like to work additional information sharing to enable them to be more successful in interdicting much of those precursor chemicals that come into Mexico.
Very good. Let me shift back to China here quickly in my little bit of remaining time. You mentioned Taiwan a second ago. It's no secret Beijing would love to seize Taiwan. They'd love to execute a fait accompli with regard to Taiwan. And we also know that if they attempted to do that, they would seek to prevent us from deploying forces from the West Coast into the theater. Tell me about your concerns about China's ability to strike military targets in the homeland using cyber capabilities.
Well, China possesses extensive cyber capabilities. Those responsibilities to defend the homeland primarily reside with CISA, Director Easterly, and General Nakasone on the DoDN side. My role is to provide defense support of civil authorities. In the case of municipalities, industry ask for support. We have a good capability. What we don't know, Senator, is the unknown. We don't know where the vulnerabilities are because of the way we're set up across multiple agencies, across multiple industries, that we rely on volunteering their information for cyber vulnerabilities.
Got it. Thank you both for your service. Again, General Richardson, I'll give you a few questions for the record. Thanks for being here. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Hawley.